Hey there. I'm here to talk to you today about standing out in the marketplace using Renegade Brand Archetypes. So, why is it so important? You know, there's hundreds of marketing messages coming into your inbox, Facebook, Instagram, Zoom, every single day, and it's only going to get worse. So, how do you stand out and really fly instead of flounder in your business? One of the most distinct ways to do that is what I call using your renegade archetype. What is that exactly? It's this message, it's this vibe, it's this energy that distinguishes you from someone doing exactly what you're doing in the marketplace. Maybe you're a realtor and you're all realtors. Maybe you're a branding person, you're all branders. Or maybe have a product or service that you think is so unique. Everyone should, buy your thing. But guess what? That's not why they buy. They actually buy based on your vibe, based on your energy, based on how they connect with you. Do they step in to listen to what you're saying, or do they move away? Never to be seen from again. In 3 seconds, they're deciding all these things about you. Can this person help me? Is this person real? Are they authentic? Do they know what they're doing? Can I hear what they're saying? Or do I want to close out and not talk to them at all? So Renegade Brand Archetypes will help you to really distinguish yourself in the marketplace and stand out with your unique vibe and voice. So before we go into it a little bit deeper, you may be wondering, who am I to be talking to you about that, and why should you care? Freaking love that, don't you? So here's the thing. My background is in magazine art direction and graphic design. 25 years. I worked for all the major magazines in New York City, from Popular Mechanics to Vogue magazine. And yes, the devil does really wear Prada. And here's the thing, all that time I was working on storytelling, how to write hooks, how to write titles, how to put images together in such a way that creates a head-whipping, turning, paging, I have to read this whole article and stay super focused, and wow, surprise and delight, and isn't that cool? That's what I've spent my whole career doing, and now I'm bringing all that to you, to the ambitious entrepreneur who really wants to stand out and make a difference in the world. So let's get started. So Renegade Archetypes, what the heck is that? Well, here's the thing. I've created them. They're distinctly something that I've created. And there's 4 personality styles that I call the Renegade Brand Archetypes. The first one is called the Nurturer. And when you think of an iconic person who's a nurturer, first person that comes to mind is Oprah. Right? She's like the girl next door. She understands and she has sympathy for everything, and she's gone through a whole bunch of crap in her life. So she naturally understands whatever's going on with you. We feel like she is our best friend. She is definitely a classic nurturer, and that's why we want to connect with her. That's why we want to be with her. Then you have the Disruptor, my favorite, of course, because I am one. The Disruptor is like Madonna, right? Like wherever she goes, she's got a point of view. She's controversial. She's always fucking up, She's always doing something to cause attention. She's very rebellious. And that's why we want to follow her, and we want to really be, knowing what she's up to. So maybe you have more of a disruptor type of personality. It doesn't matter if you're a healer. Ooh, you might not be the Om Shanti Om type healer. You might be more of a disruptor. Or then you have the innovator, the classic personality of Steve Jobs. Steve wasn't selling computers. He was selling us on his values. Every time he opened his mouth and reached into his pocket, we were wondering what new awesome toy was he going to pull out of his pocket and talk to us about today. And we were all just on the edge of our chairs waiting for the next innovation that Steve was going to come up with. So maybe you're an innovator type, you're a creator. Or my favorite, the geek. The geek is somebody who loves, to do research. They love things that work and how they work together and logistics. I think of Ruth Bader Ginsburg is the classic person of a geek who study. What is the law? How can I interpret the law for good? The geeks are always people that you can count on because they have a system and they have a way of doing something. So all of those things are great. And, you're going to be able to, what I've created for you is what I call Brand Story DNA. Because I believe you come to the planet already with this DNA installed in your spirit, into your body, would be the DNA of a nurturer, or the DNA of a disruptor, or the DNA of an innovator or a geek. It's already in your cells. We just have forgotten. Quite frankly, we've forgotten who we actually are and how powerful we actually are. So in this particular guide that I've put together for you, you'll be able to pick, which Renegade Brand Archetype am I, self-diagnosis, or you can ask your friends, because sometimes it's easier if you ask someone else, mostly because we can't see our own eyebrows. So figure it out, and as you do that, there's other things in the guide that will help you to figure out, well, what kind of photographs should I have? What should the messaging sound like? What should all the different communication actually be like once I discover my Renegade Brand Archetype? So have fun with it. It's really awesome. And remember, it's smart to fit in, but it's brilliant and profitable to stand out.